Loch Ninh, another rubber plantation on the Highway 13 route to Cambodia, figured in at least two major battles in the fall of 1967 and the late summer of 1968. The cost of victory in the second battle, however, came high. The division commander, Major General Keith L. Ware, a World War II Medal of Honor winner, and his command group were killed when his helicopter was shot down outside of Loch Ninh City, an area that had become vital for any operations near Cambodia. Disrupting Viet Cong sanctuaries in that area, known as the Iron Triangle and War Zone C, was the goal of many operations. The largest, called Junction City, was a massive penetration of War Zone C in 1967. Its objective was the destruction of enemy bases and the establishment of landing fields and fortified camps. Division units fought many engagements during this operation, most of them against the VC 9th Division, which took a severe mauling. It staged its final assault on April 1st at Ap Gu. Heavy mortar fire drove in the American defenses. At one point, Viet Cong riflemen and grenadiers even penetrated the perimeter before being driven out by a spirited counterattack by the 1st Battalion, 26th Infantry. The 9th VC Division melted back into the jungle to lick its wounds, leaving over 600 fallen comrades behind. In 1968, the division again attacked into War Zone C. This time, the intention was to establish 3 permanent U.S. bases near the border. As expected, the VC reaction was violent. Their heavy assault began during the night of October 31st against Fire Support Base Rita, set up by Lieutenant Colonel Charles C. Rogers, commander of the 1st Battalion, 5th Field Artillery. For his dauntless courage and heroism that night in repeatedly throwing the enemy out of the American defensive position, the President of the United States decorated Lieutenant Colonel Rogers with the Medal of Honor. In all, there were 11 medals of honor awarded soldiers of the Big Red One in this longest of all wars in the division's history. For the 1st Division, the roll call of gallantry far above and beyond the call of duty in Vietnam proudly registers these names: Robinson, Rubio, Miller, Law, Bonsteel, Hibbs, Long, Stryker, Rogers, Durham, Leonard. Thus, the men of Vietnam with the Big Red One on their shoulders stand beside the men of Cantigny and Omaha Beach in service to their country. No breeze stirred the colors or eased the blazing noonday heat at Xi'an, the dusty headquarters compound of the 1st Division north of Saigon. It was April 1970. After nearly 5 years of war in Southeast Asia, the Big Red One was finally going home. General Creighton W. Abrams, the Supreme Commander of the United States forces in South Vietnam, was expressing his thanks in these words: "The 1st Division has been true to its reputation in this war as in all others. It has taken on the hard and the tough and the difficult. And when the war began to change and more effort was needed in pacification, the 1st Infantry Division took on this task too, and has made a magnificent contribution. In a changing world, going back to 1916 and up to the present, in all that time and to this moment, the 1st Division, more than any other division in the Army, represents a constancy of those essential virtues of mankind: humility, courage, devotion, and sacrifice. I choose to feel this is part of the cement and the rock and the steel that holds our great country together."